Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chris with Kristen's Crafts, and today I am bringing you a big haul. Somebody on For the Love of RTS Facebook group had decided they wanted to share the fact that there was a sale going on, and I caved. So the paper pads are their newer ones that are from Park Lane. They're normally $12.99. They had them on sale for $4.99, and then for shipping it was like $1.99. So it's really hard when you get that cheap shipping in a really good sale to pass it up. I do like the Park Lane paper. I like the weight and how they look, and like I said, they had new collections. So I thought I would share with you. I know that when you're looking at the Joann Fabrics website, it's hard to tell what the paper kits actually look like. So I thought I would just come on here and let you take a look in case it's something that you guys would like as well. So I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I also got the craft paper Consortium paper. This one is not part of the $4.99 sale. I want to say though this was still on sale, but for like $8 maybe. So we'll start with that since it's not part of the $4.99. This is one that Janet had shown on her channel. I'm a sucker for wood grain and floral, and I'd be happy forever. And in fact, that's probably a lot of what I got today. So I just thought I'd share this. Now, when Janet with RTS showed it, I want to say it was like loose paper in the plastic like you get in a collection kit. And now it's actually in paper pad form. So not sure if they changed it up or what the deal was. So let's just start out. Just a lovely wood grain. You get 3 of each. So you have like the regular wood and then more of like a planked wood. And it starts out with the darker colors and then moves to the lighter colors. So they're both front and back. And so then here's the next one. It's more of a reddish tone to it. And then it has more of like a more of a flooring kind of thing. But again, so now there's 3 of these. And then you go to one that's kind of a thinner board with like more of a striped coloring. And then this one is kind of more of a beat up one. And then you got like the pegs in the side and the knots in the wood. So a lot of really cool paper. And then you have this one that's more of a smooth. And then this one. And as you can see, we're going a little bit to the lighter shade. You even see the nails in the wood. And then you have like a distressed one that's got the blues and the greens in it. Like the paint peeling, a little bit of red in here. And then this one's even more peeling paint in the greens and the blues. And then you have a whitewashed one that's in the tones of blue. And on the back side is, again, whitewashed, but a little bit darker blue. And my son and daughter-in-law their wedding is going to be at a barn. So I really can see me using some of this paper even for like their wedding stuff. And I just love, I mean, this one you can even see like the insulation or a burlap kind of coming through. And then this one's just more of a bleached. And this one's more whitewashed. And again, the more whitewashed. I even have their engagement photos for wintertime at the barn, and it was white. So that one, that's the family farm. So it'll be kind of cool to take pictures of, or use their pictures on these from when they got married. So that's that one. And again, this is the Essentials Craft Papers by Craft Consortium. Again, I think it's on sale, but not part of what their sale was. And I don't even know if their sale is still going on, to be honest with you. So the first paper pad I got, and let me just double check to make sure. I had it kind of lined up. I'm going to turn it sideways just so you guys can see. Okay. Sorry for all my squeaking. I've got them on the floor, so I kind of got to reach. This one is Park Lane Floral Blooms. This is 24 sheets. Again, normally $12.99, and I was able to get it for $4.99. And so you start out with 2 sheets of each. A lot of journaling cards. I don't know if I'll use that or not, but on the back side is this really pretty orange, and it's a very light orange, like a rose or a peony in here. So I'll more than likely use that like as a background. I really like that. And then on this side you have your floral, and that's with, it kind of looks more like a watercolored floral. And on the back side is a yellow, kind of a damask kind of, you know, floral design. And what's cool about these paper pads, they're all they're under the name of Park Lane, but I believe they're all made by American Craft. And what they do with the double-sided paper is they do get them to coordinate. So if you're somebody who has trouble coordinating patterns and things, like right here, you can see that you can coordinate these two just by the oranges that are in these leaves match this. You could use it as a background, and even these two together would even match. So right there you have 3 pieces of paper that you could put together and not even have to really think if you're somebody who struggles with the matching of colors and patterns. Okay, and then you move on, and then they have this, it's kind of an embossed leaf, and so there is a shiny texture to it, and it's a little bit thicker. And then on the back side is this beautiful like watercolored in oranges, and it's oranges moving to pinks. And then you get 2 sheets of that, and then you have these watercolored pink and kind of a coral stripes. And then this one's your pink with florals on it. And again, you can tell that these 3 patterns, if you were to put them together, you could make a page using these 3. And then you go into the darker, and again, this is more of an embossed paper, a little bit thicker. And then on the back side, you have these little tiny flowers. And then you have your watercolors and your greens and your blues. And then it looks like a watercolor, but it's just like little blotches. I don't even know what you call it other than blotches. And then you have, this is a blue on blue. It's kind of that cornflower look that's been popular lately. And then they have the gingham. And I love this. This is really pretty. It's got that embossed look to it. So if you're looking, you know, to have the paper step up a notch, but those little flowers are adorable. And then on the back side are these green triangles. So it's just enough that if you don't like a fully embossed, you cut a strip of this onto it. It's just enough of a little pop that you can add to your page that, you know, without having to add a whole lot. Anyway. And then you have your green background. This would be great if, you know, for an outdoor or family picnic, walk in the woods. And then on the back side is this beautiful watercolored flower. And then you have your embossed green leaves. And on the back side is like a little, like a posy. How do you say those? The flowers that for England for Remembrance Days. Is it posies? Oh, somebody leave me a message. I can't remember now. And then you have the embossed green leaves. And then you have your pink gingham. And you have your just your pink, tone on tone pink with a little flower in the background. And then you have that same watercolor paper that was in the beginning. So this one here, only they're larger and they're embossed. It's very cool. You could fussy cut those easily if you just wanted the touch of the flowers. And then again, you have like, looks almost like a lavender. All right, so that one is Floral Blooms, Park Lane, $12.99. And I'm gonna try and swap these since I kind of have it in the right spot. All right, so this one is called Southern Charms. Again, was $12.99, now is $4.99. This was again listed as a new paper pad. All these were that I got other than the Consortium. So this is kind of more of the oranges and the pinks and the cornflower blue and a little bit of teal blue. It's a very, very spring. Yeah, it's just a very light, bright, happy. I'm really in a light, bright, happy kind of mood lately with my scrapbooking. So that's probably why these really called to me. So you have your journaling cards, and then you have a beautiful, I could see again, that as a background. It's kind of got that little like shell pattern in the back. Nice diagonal, or hello, losing words. You know, the gold with that pattern. Yeah. Don't know if I'd use this as much, but the back side, oh, this is pretty. Very soft, very watercolored. This is nice. It's a little loud. If I used it, it would have to be in small pieces. But this is just absolutely beautiful. And then you have this beautiful peach color, soft pink. And then this peach, and this is tone on tone with the little flowers in it. Again, very soft, very pretty. This I can handle. The other pattern was just very loud. This is still louder than normal, but I really like this because of it. The embossing is a little bit more subtle than the other one was. And I think you can really, like for the wedding, I could see using something like this for their wedding. Very classy, or even making a card out of it. So like with their colors being, their colors are a little bit darker blue, but I could see even doing something like these together for a wedding. And then this is just pretty as well with this floral. Very sketchy. Then you have like a little wildflowers or like another lavender type plant. And again, you have this foiling, but it's not like the in-your-face foiling. It's just a smaller, softer flower. Again, I don't know if I'd use it as a whole, but as a smaller piece, this is not that overwhelming. Love the pink stripe. And then we have another soft watercolored type floral, but in your peaches and your corals. And then this one's just kind of a lace. Very pretty. And again, I could see for their wedding is going to be in the country. I could see using this like on a wedding page. And then you have the white with the gold embossed dots here. And then on the other side is, this is that same like a floral, but it's just like in a gray tone, grayish yellow. And then with the yellow paper, this is very pretty. I could see this for Mother's Day photos, you know, garden photos. It's just a nice soft mix. And then you have your yellow roses, again with the yellow stripe. This one is a little bit louder. but not as bad as that one pattern in the front. And again, these I'd use in smaller doses, but the back side is absolutely beautiful with the soft green and pink. I would probably tend to go to that side. And more watercolor flowers. And then out here is just a really pretty soft wood grain. And then this one is your peach wood grain. And I could even see, like, I'm still working on South Dakota. I could even see using something like this for South Dakota. You got a little bit of the rustic, but then the softness of the flowers and the light tone of the peach. I really like that. And then you have your solid peach. Very pretty. So that one again is your Southern Charm. Now this one is getting away from the softer colors. This one is called Woodland. And again, 24 sheets, $12.99. And they are front and back. And again, you do have some specialty foiling. They say it's champagne foil. So this one is just your mushrooms, your foliage, and then you have your little woodland creatures. So you have your deer, bears, a little fox, a bunny. I could see doing this in small portions. I'm working on my grandson's baby album. I could even see using like a strip of this in there. Very fun woodlandy paper. And then you have this dotted, more of like a lavender or that mauve color that I'm happy to see is coming out. And it kind of matches the mauve leaves in there. This one, again, with that champagne foiling, and it's not that loud in your face. And even the background paper, it seems to be more of a cream base and not a bright white. So I like that. If you have somebody who's a hunter in the family, this one would be a great page. You have your doves, your birds, your butterflies, your deer, your fox. So I could see this being, I have a friend who, her daughter actually hunts with her dad. I could see something like that for her. And then this is just a pretty page with the purple butterflies and then the green and the like yellowish leaves. Very pretty. And then this would be great for a boy's layout with the plaid. Just more masculine colors in here, which is great because I love my florals and my butterflies. I don't know if my 3 grandsons, my 2 boys, and my husband probably appreciate that. And I make a lot of picture layouts of my daughter just because I'm lacking in girls. So this would come in handy in my house. And then I have this, it's a dotted, like with the mauve with the champagne gold dotting on top of that. So very cool. And then you have, kind of looks like a birch wood grain. And then you have your birch trees with mauve colored birds in it. So again, this could be very outdoorsy, hiking, trip to the cabin. And then it could go for more of a masculine layout. And then you have your solid green. And then you have your green plaid. And then this one is like a tone on tone with the darker green leaves and foliage in it. And then you have a little bit of a lighter color. So you have the darker color and then you have a little bit more of the lighter green here. And then with the green plaid. And then again, it's another woodland creatures, but it's all the champagne gold embossed. I will use it for this side because I absolutely love the wood grains and I can't get enough. And it looks like there's a little bit of flecking on here, and I'm not sure if that came off from the embossing. It probably did, but I kind of like it because the patterns are not in the same place on each page. So I'm sure in production, oh, nope, it's kind of scratching off. Yeah, it comes off. So it just looks like it got on there from shipping or production, but it does come off. But if it didn't, I kind of like it. So I may have to get out the Heidi Shine. And then this page looks like a corrugated cardboard in a way. Very cool. And then you have that mauve color, but the woodland creatures. So you still have that outdoorsy look, but it's not the in-your-face icons like the first page was here. You can get the same feel, but not as themey with this. Or you can just use a part of it as a background and not even show it if you wanted to mat a picture on it. And then here is all about the bugs, the moths, and the butterflies. So you have your moths, your dragonflies, some more bugs, crickets, grasshoppers, and kind of the deep summery colors with the purples and the golds. And again, that dot on dot, but this is not embossed, and it's just like a kind of a brown with the darker brown. And then you have another embossed floral creatures. This one's very pretty. It's just birds and mushrooms. And then this fun pattern. Geometric, that was the word I've been looking for. It's only taking me 15 minutes. The fun geometric pattern. But this one, because it's not totally embossed, it's not in your face. If you guys are just all slapping your foreheads right now, I get it. I'm slapping mine. Here is more butterflies, moths, and bugs. I don't know. Somehow this beetle with embossing and pretty patterns on it looks much better than the ones I see out in nature that you want to step on. Even snails. Snails in nature are not that cute, but you put it on paper with cute little embellishments and gold foiling, and all of a sudden they become cute. Go figure. This is mushrooms. Very cute. And it's kind of that eggplant-ish color, mauve. You have more cut-apart cards. And again, it's cute little figures, like in sayings, they're like, friendship makes life more beautiful. So fun way to use the little woodland creatures. You don't have to do themey. You could use some of these cut-aparts. On the other side, you have more of this warm goldenrod, golden color with the dashes on it. So that is the Woodland Park Lane. So if you are a outdoorsy type person, this would be a good paper pad for you. My life this year and last year has been all about the backyard garden. And so I thought this one was appropriate for us, since all we're doing is basically hanging out around the house and planting flowers and things. In fact, the weather was changing this week, so let's see if I can pull it in. I brought in I have my flower vase full of peonies, because I'm thinking with the cold temperatures that flew through today, I have a feeling the ones in my yard are going to have no petals on them. So I brought them in while they were still pretty. And you will see a scrapbook page, because of course you had to take a picture of those. So, yeah, speaking of, so you have your beautiful flowers. Now this is the kind of embossing that I like. Just the tiny little dots in here were embossed. It's not like the in-your-face like the geometric one was. So this is more speaking my kind of look. And then you have, which I'm seeing a lot of, is the grid paper, tone on tone, with this is more of a slate kind of blue, going to that darker color. But I think this is coming back again. It's become very popular, and seeing it in a lot of, even like the Echo Park kit that I showed yesterday, if you're watching this, had a lot of the grid. So it must be the new thing. This one, just your dark navy blue with just your other foliage in it, and tones of pink and white, and then a little bit of that blue coming in. And on this side, you just have your little flowers. I don't even know if they're anything. Just cute little orange with green leaves. And then this one, a little bit more of the foiling than I would care for, and they're calling this foiling gold. But in small chunks, it wouldn't be bad. And I do love that it's like all the gardening cans and the garden books. And this just reminds me of a paper I just used last week that I made my layout for when I did the Kiki's Hop. It was a Jen Hatfield that was black, and I want to say it was probably the same icons. But again, that makes sense because American Crafts is making it. So now we have that same blue with the darker blue polka dot. And then you have your gold foiled, and it's kind of a yellowy craft color for your stripes. And then you have your text, and it's just names of different flowers. So you have marigold, lavender, begonia, tarragon, zinnia, morning glory, tulips. So great, just a lot of words. Here's your honeycomb pattern, and this is kind of got blue tones in it. Almost looks like a concrete kind of color. Hard to tell with the gold. And then you have your peach. And then you have your gold dots. And then a very busy plaid with your yellows, your pinks, your oranges. So if you haven't gotten your Easter stuff done yet, this would be, to me, these screams Easter with that kind of more pastel-y plaid. These two together are really pretty. And so you have your watercolor flowers along with a little bit of, and again, I would probably just use a small bit of that just to accent it. The flowers, to me, stand on their own. And then you have this beautiful yellow with the different flowers again that we just saw on the other page. And then this is kind of fun. It's just people in the garden. So again, if you have pictures of you planting and gardening and doing your garden stuff, or if you went to like a farmer's market and all the people that are doing their farmer market stuff, this would be a fun page to use. And then this one's just a really cool pattern in the blues. Almost to me reminds me of like a very bad farmer who gardened in like patterns. It looks like cornrows gone wonky. And then you have your little houses. And they almost look like a birdhouse in a way. They just don't have the little holy thing, but little houses. And then peach. So great combo for doing a layout about the house. And as you've heard, if you watched my videos last week with my husband pounding on doing our remodeling in our bathroom, I could use that for part of this. This is a really cool pattern with just flowers and all different little blotches, but then they threw in these little patches, and I could see, okay, I'm gonna bring in a picture. It's not gonna go with it, but this is my husband and his cousin's husband. But see how you can use that as matting, put it on white. You could probably really easily use the background paper for you, and just kind of bring it in. This is the newest addition to our family. He's just a cutie. You'll see him coming up in videos. He's just a little teeny tiny peanut. I see him. It's my godson's little guy. And I went over and visited him the other day, and I was holding him, and he weighs like nothing. And then I get my youngest Carter, and I lift him up, and he's just this big chunk. And so it's like he was just this little teeny tiny little bird. Anyway, yeah, fun paper. And I think you could, for this pattern, you can really let the paper work for you with how you put the pictures on and your titling and stuff. They've kind of already pre-matted it or started it. Then you have this really cool craft. It's tone on tone, and it's little like little houses, a garden hoe, a watering can, a person in the garden. So again, another great layout or paper if you're doing stuff about you working in your garden. And then you have your produce. So you have your cucumbers and your carrots and your broccoli and butterflies and apples and radishes and all the fun things that you can grow in your garden. And again, fun one if you were going to a farmer's market and wanted to take pictures. And then you have these pretty little daisies onto this kind of blue color. And then you have your 3x4 cut aparts and a yellow. I would probably use the yellow, you never know though. And that is that page. So that's backyard garden. And we've got 3 more. So hopefully you've got a cocktail in your hand. I'm trying to kind of go fast, but you can only go so. So this one, the only kind of themey paper that I really get anymore is birthdays and Christmas. Kind of fall, but you know, I don't get like 4th of July theme anymore. I don't get Halloween anymore. I have so much of it. So, but with birthdays, we're always having a birthday. And this, to me, I can make a card out of it. I can make a layout, especially as my kids get older. They're not doing the theme parties. So I like having a good paper pad, and for $4.99, I thought this was a good deal. So we're going to turn this around so you can see. So again, you have your cut apart cards, 3x4. Actually, I think they're even smaller. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. No, 3, 6, 9. Yeah, they're smaller. They're more like a tag because you would have less. So just smaller cards. And actually, I kind of like them with the smaller size. What size are they? They're not quite 2.5. They're just shy of 2.5. And they are 4 inches. So a little bit smaller. Let me see if I can get this back in without it falling over. My little caddy that I have is really packed full. Okay. But great icons. Let's see, cake, happy birthday. You could fussy cut those out. You could use them, you know, to tuck in. Like this one here, I would cut the tag part out of it and use that. You could cut this down to a tag. So like those, I could actually see using those. Even like this happy birthday one, I could see making it into a tag. On the other side is a fun confetti with all the primary colors, your yellow, red, blue. There's some green in there. So great, again, fun pattern paper. This one is all balloons and confetti. And you have some of the balloons are shaped like hearts. Fun birthday, you know, fun paper. Then on the back side, you do have your border strips. So those would be fun to cut apart. So either one would be useful. This one is just your kind of that corn blue with party hats on it, and then gold embossed music notes. And then on the back side, if you didn't want to do party, you've got strawberries. So if you're one of those that goes strawberry picking, this is the time of year. Great paper for that. This one is just all confetti. You could use this for any occasion whatsoever, just a fun celebration. And then on the back side is your happy birthday to you with a cake. So great one if you just have like 1 or 2 photos of somebody blowing out the candles. Don't have to do much to it. Just mat the photo, put a little bit of journaling boxes, a little bit of embellishment, you're done. This one here is just all different slices of cakes, cupcakes, presents. Again, just a fun birthday paper. And then a fun confetti polka dot paper with all the primary colors. This one, again, you could use it for anything. It is just your corn blue with all your gold stars and dots on there. And on the back side is cupcakes. So I could see using this. This would be a fun boy kind of page. And it doesn't necessarily have to be birthday. I could see using this for like 4th of July even. Or for my fellow Canadians, Canadian Day. You know, But you guys don't use blue. You're just red and white, right? I think. Let me know. Moira, let me know. This one is your gold stripe. Fun paper. And then you just have your triangles on the diagonal in the different colors. So you have your pinky red, your yellow and green. Fun paper. This one I really love. This is your balloon animals. And if you go to COPA, which is, what is the abbreviation for that? I just know where it's COPA. Anyways, Tracy has her, or is it Vicky? COPA on Etsy. They have their cut aparts, or their, their cut files. Anyways, she has balloon animals that she released when she did her birthday celebration. So if you go to I'll see if I can remember the link. I'm bad at linking, but she's got balloon animals in her shop that if you like cut files, this would be cute to do together. This side is cupcakes, and then we have your pink with gold dots. And then just a fun blue with, make sure I'm still in, with your just a bouquet of balloons. And then you have your birthday presents and candles. Just regular stars in yellow, pink, and kind of an orange. You have your primary colors diagonal stripe. And then just, this reminds me of like the ring toss game that you have at carnivals and stuff. So these would be fun for like a summer carnival where you're playing with the ring toss game or any of those kind of things. And then this one's just confetti with gold dots. This one's just all fun balloons. And that is the end of this one. And that's the birthday one. Now we're going back to my style of not bright. And this is called Farmhouse Blue. And again, I had my son and future daughter-in-law's wedding kind of in mind for a few of these papers. So here I've got just a lot of like country living together. They built the life they loved. So I could see using that for the wedding. Homemade is happiness, be grateful, home sweet home. So very, very fun cut aparts. And then this pretty blue wood grain. Now the only thing, and I don't know, you can't see it in person. The only thing I kind of saddens me is with the embossing, you can kind of see a halo in the background of that. And I don't know how much that would show through for when you're making your page. So something to keep in mind if you decide to get this paper pad. Yeah, this one's not as bad as the other one. It just looks like you can see that the halo of that through these papers. But I love this. So I could see even if you matted and use this for the outline, you know, then you're not seeing the inside of it, but you get the taste of the wood grain. This plaid is gorgeous. And then you have this pretty little blue, I don't even know what it is. It almost looks like a bird. But if you wanted to, so you don't see the halo, if you matted or even did a wonky mat, it covers up some of that embossing that I'm seeing the shadow coming through. And so then you have, and it's funny because this one is embossed and I'm not seeing as much coming through on this paper as I did that blue wood grain. And then you have your hydrangeas. Love them. I have a few that are coming in. I should take a picture of those. And then your darker, this, you know, just reminds me of like the 1950s kind of a look, farmhouse look. It definitely is what I love. And then you have your tractors and your pigs and your cows and your chickens. If you don't live on a farm, but you go to like Bob Evans if you're on the road and you go out to eat, this would be a great page that, you know, if you go out to eat for breakfast, kind of meal type layout. And then you have this pretty gingham that's kind of a craft in blue. It's almost kind of a denim color. So these are going to work great for their wedding. Their colors are more this ink blue. So this pad will definitely go for their wedding. And then you have a stripe. And then this is kind of a green with gold foiling. And then you have your green. And then again, more of the farmhouse type. You have your, oh, I'm failing at my words today. The thing that goes on the top of the barn. The weather vane. Hello. So yeah, that's all weather vanes on here. And then we have, kind of looks like a lace pattern in a way. And that's in the greens. This again is a bold, in-your-face gold. Not something I would probably use, but I do like the back, which is kind of a crafty brown polka dot. But again, I'm seeing a shadow of the foiling on the other side, so it might be just me and my lights, because they're shining directly on there. You might not see it in real life, you know, if you're in the book. So just be aware of that foiling is transferring to the other side a little bit. But again, I could see using this as matting in the background or matting a photo with it. And then you have this beautiful wood grain. This one is just kind of your garden, and it's kind of that taupey color with your little herbs and flowers and frames. Beautiful wood grain. Then you have kind of the ink blue flowers, almost going to the purplish tone. Definitely we'll see using that towards their wedding. Again, this kind of pattern that you'd see like on old vintage wallpaper. Then you have the stripes with the gold, the taupe, and the blue. This looks like you know, like your kitchen tile that you'd see, the blue tile, or in a bathroom. Very cool. With the stripe, with a little bit of the gold in it. And then you have another floral. That's, again, that ink blue color that will go with the wedding. And then this is a very, very bold gold. Again, I don't know how much I could do. I'd have to go on the less is more side on that. And there you go. So that is Farmhouse Blue. Definitely will come in handy for some photos after August. And then, again, going with the wedding theme, this is Park Lane Wedding. And I have several different weddings that I'm scrapbooking still, so I thought this would come in handy, but you don't necessarily have to use it for wedding. So you have your cut apart cards. The best is yet to come. I love that and can go with that other pad. I just kind of like, even just for a simple, you know, layout on your mom or whatever. That's just a very pretty, sorry, I had a hair there. Just pretty. And then you have that taupey brown, kind of that wallpapery look, the vintage. And then these pretty gold foiled flowers. Again, very, very classic, very clean. This is kind of cool. It's more of like a cement, like you'd, like a plastered cement or painted cement. And then you have your florals going down the side. So if you were, had like a wedding, like more of an industrial building, that plastered look would be kind of cool. Again, I think I can get away with it for my son's wedding, although they're not going to have the pinks. They're going to be more the blues. The gold foiling on white. The lace will definitely come in. It's more of a taupey lace. And then you have your peach or your coral pattern. Again, looks kind of like a vintage wallpaper. Then you have your very light green with polka dots. And then a very pretty light green and soft pink flowers. And then you have kind of a taupe with a more of a blue flower. So it's kind of almost a carryover from the Farmhouse Blue in a way, this one. Then you have your geometric with gold foil. Probably won't use this side. We'll probably use that side, which is just, again, more of the taupe color with the blue flowers. I can see that. Definitely will use this wood grain for anything, but again, they're wedding. And then you have the lace with the taupe. And then with a pop of the blue in there, it will look just pretty. And then you have the gold with like the different foliage, gold foiled. This one isn't as bad as the others. And then you have more of a green color. Then you have the taupe with the gold dots. And then you have your pink, kind of a damask or, you know, a pattern like you'd see on lace in a way. Then you have your soft green. I love soft green and pink together. That's probably one of my favorite combos of colors. Then you have more of your taupe, and this is more of a blackish color, so not quite as blue, but it could, you know, navy, you can kind of get away with it with either one, along with the green geometric. And then you have your gold foil with like doilies. I could see Fussy cutting those out as a whole. No. And then you have more of a photorealistic pink flowers. I don't know if I'd use this. If I have anything, I'd use this side. I might Fussy cut out the gold and use that as just little pops of embellishment, but we'll see. Then you have your pretty roses. On the back side, it's text. And it just is more like wedding type text on here. And that is it. So that is all. If you hung out to the very end, thank you very much. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I am now done with spending. I am going to be joining the Rediscover Your Stash Facebook group June Spending Freeze. I have spent way too much lately, and so this weekend I will be doing some organizing, some filming, some wedding stuff. But yeah, the month of June, you will not see any haul videos. I don't even have a kit coming because my kit, the only kit club I belong to is Echo Park, and that's every other month, and I just got mine. So I want to thank you so much for stopping by, and we will see you again with a layout. Have a great day.